and what we found here is a chicken that I've heard about it happening before, and I can only assume it's what's happened to this one, is that instead of taking out and disposing of her in a humane, as they would call it, manner, they appear to have just stamped on her neck, stamped on her head when they see that she's lame. Otherwise, why would you get a chicken that is that flat? So look, the flatness on that neck is ridiculous. And here, like we said before, survival of the fittest mentality. They have to stretch their necks in order to get them. So this is the exact same barn that you would have seen in our last video, and compared to when they were chicks, the size they are now, and the amount of more space they've taken up is really, really horrific. Every single food feeder that these chickens had, considering there were, what, 34,000 of them on the initial time they came in here, every single food feeder in this humid place is empty, completely dried up, empty. Well, the birds are in horrible health still, like lots of them are lacking feathers, they're not as fat as they would be if they were, you know, bred in your back garden, not for meat, just in general. And yeah, they're weedy little things. These will go off to supermarkets, 5 for £2 or whatever they charge for them. I mean, what way to live is this? Put yourself in their position. They're bred as machines, their babies are taken away from them, they're destroyed, and when they've reached their productivity line, they're also killed. They can be gassed, or they can be sent to slaughter, or they can be stamped on, like that one over there. Either way, what human tragedy does that sound like? This is... It might seem like over the top, but this is a daughter. She's a daughter, you know. This one here, she's a daughter, in horrible state, not carrying away from us at all, whereas the other ones have run away. We can stand up and it'll prove to you they run away. All of them stand up and run away because they sense fear, because, you know, they're worried about you approaching. Absolutely no feathers. I don't know how she's still alive. Look at the water feeders now. Water feeders. To enunciate that. Well, that's you know, that's good. You know, walking through and cleaning out your dead and dying ones. That's hardly a new kill, is it? That's hardly a new death. And for anyone who can't see, that is a chicken foot attached to a chicken carcass, which is pretty much just skin, not even bones, really. And there's a bone at the top there, but apart from that, I mean, that's hardly decipherable, is it? You know. And look at how small this one is compared to the others. The eyes on this one still haven't opened. What is symbolic here is that you will clearly see the resemblance between this shape of body and what your family would have on their Christmas, on the kitchen table at Christmas time. That's the equivalent of what you're eating. It's a life. Another flat neck indicates stamped on. Okay, we're now at the statistics sheet that we were talking about earlier, which states that when they came here on the first day, there was 34,650 chicks that came in here. There were 650 less, and now on the 37th day, there are 32,528, which is roughly 2,100 chickens knocked off. And the company who runs this farm is Hook Two Sisters Limited. They are one of, if not the biggest producer of poultry in England, according to their website. Yeah, this is their the feeder that travels down this pipe for food, down through those pipes, and then into the feeders. The feeders are completely dried up. The lights are still on. Chickens will continue to peck as long as there is light, and they will sleep when there is no light. So this is why they've got artificial light to keep them at productive models. We're now in a Fazenda Group farm, which is also a huge industrial chicken breeding farm, and it's half an hour after our other video in a different farm run by Hook Two Sisters Group, and this is only half an hour later. So if they're doing it on an industrial scale, the food feeders are actually full up in here, and the feeder that feeds them initially is full up with the grain that they eat. Yeah, so Hook Two Sisters aren't following their guidelines there. The water feeders, although not completely full, do have at least a little bit of liquid in Fazenda. But regardless of all this stuff you would class as good welfare, we are stuck by the door at the moment because these birds literally can't move for the lack of space they've been given. In this specific farm, there were 33,742 chickens when they first came. It said a weekly rate, 38 days old now, and you can see how many there are in a barn that I would say is roughly the size of a football pitch. That's how big I would put it. Here we are with our new friends in a broiler shed which has a farmhouse on site, but there are possibly a dozen massive barns on this site, again the same size as a football pitch. They don't look healthy, but they're of a healthy weight. The water feeders are stocked, the food feeders are stocked. It was only half an hour ago in the Hook Two Sisters group that we saw bone dry water feeders, empty food feeders. The chickens had no feathers, a lot of them were dead when we were walking around,